Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Star Wars Shelter, where we cover everything Star Wars. I'm Charlie, and today Jamie is not here, but I'm joined by a very special guest. Ben, how you doing, mate?
Hello. I'm happy to be here.
Good.
Normally I'm behind the thumbnails, but today I'm on video with Charlie talking about some interesting theories.
Love to see
Sure.
it. Yeah, we are. We're going through some theories regarding the new series, which is coming out as we speak, Bad Batch,
Yeah.
and what will happen with particularly
Yeah, there's
Omega,
been a lot
whatever you
a
want
lot
to call
of
it.
speculation, so we're here to give our little opinions on it.
Yeah,
uh,
sure.
We predict and what some of the other theories are if you haven't been keeping up with the news and stuff like that. This is the place to do so.
Yeah. Right,
Yeah.
go on, Ben. Kick us off.
Oh, you want to keep
You tell
mine?
me, what do you think's going to happen with Omega by the end of the series?
I really okay. So there's kind of what I think will happen, but there's also what I want to happen.
Mhm.
I
Yep.
personally, I want to. I really love the Force Unleashed games. If you haven't played them or watched them, go watch them on YouTube or whatever, or buy them and play them. They're great. Um, I really want them to try it and kind of like canonize it slightly because I know actual Starkiller himself as a character. He's basically like a Jedi that they or like a Force user, I'll say that they could clone. Um, and I want them to kind of canonize that, and I'm hoping that's what they've kind of experimented with. I feel like Omega is this experiment where they've taken a clone like template or whatever Django's template, and they've tried to like. I'm not sure. This is also interesting. I'm not sure how they would have fused this with the Force or somehow like
Mm.
injected the Force into a clone template. But I think that that's a possibility, and they're trying to like slowly, maybe slightly differently, like make that canon. So Starkiller, maybe like this is maybe like a Project Starkiller, like, but
Yeah, I see what you mean.
on the low at the moment, like kind of the beginnings of it, just like early experimentation sort of thing. Um, I
That'd be
reckon
mad.
that's kind of what I want to happen. I don't think they will, but I do think
It
that
is a ballsy one,
um,
isn't it? It's quite a big one to go for.
yeah, because it's a very divisive topic, Starkiller, and how overpowered or isn't.
Yeah, true. Very true.
I reckon what actually is most likely is I reckon she's either actually force sensitive or they've tried to like recreate the force, if you know what I mean. So like she might have the power that force people can do, like with lifting stuff, moving stuff, like all that kind of thing. But it's not. It's like a like a
Artificial.
fake
Artificial.
artificial. That's what I'm
Yeah,
looking for. Artificial force. I think that's. I think that's what.
that could be mad.
Because
Oh, my days.
I don't think she's. I feel like for them to mess with the Force that much is quite a ballsy move, you know. So like, you ever clone the Force?
Yeah, it is a bit of a
Or
far-fetched one, isn't it?
I mean, I'll think it's cool, but there will probably be a lot of people that would be a bit divided over it.
Yeah.
But
I'm,
I reckon it's an artificial kind of Force-related
that would be
power.
mental. And it could also link to that. I mean, we'll get to it actually because we're going to go through all the theories. I'll go through mine, what I think's going to happen.
Yeah, what's
I'm a
your
bit
opinion?
more down to earth. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not getting my hopes up too much for something as mad as that. But something along the lines, and it is a theory that I've seen out there, but I have to say I agree with it. Is like the idea that she kind of has the powers of all of them, like combined.
Or the Bad Batch?
Yeah, because like
Yeah,
obviously she's younger, so they haven't all fully came out yet. Like she's not built like Wrecky yet because she's still a kid. But like it could happen. She could get that side of it, like be a tank, and then she's already quite clever. Like we've seen her do a few things already. I mean, I know she was a bit of an idiot when she just followed Fennec, but that's just being a kid, isn't it? You can't really.
yeah, still growing. I think that's just given a bit of a.
But then like she's been like she's had that connection with animals already, like not animals, but like like yeah, I guess you'd call them animals, like creatures, yeah. Um, so that's like the hunter side because he's like got them hunting ability things. And then she's clever like tech. And then the most obvious one so far, I think, is she's picked up that bow and arrow in the latest episode.
Yeah, there's like Ira and
Yeah. So she could be a bit of a marksman like Crosshair. So you never know.
we know she uses it at some point, or at least a weapon like it from was it the trailer? The
I think,
last trailer they
yeah, I think
released?
so. Yeah. So there you go.
No,
I mean, again, it is still quite far fetched, I think, but something's got to happen with her.
I don't think it is. I
I
feel
don't.
like if they've got mutations, if she's got like an element of all of them, because she is like this kind of top secret
Yeah.
project almost. So I feel like that is possible, like completely
The
possible.
thing,
I don't feel like too far fetched at all.
the thing is though, like she's not gonna grow up by the end of the series. Well, I presume anyway. Like I'm guessing she's like a clone that's had the aging taken away from her. like Boba did.
Accelerated aging.
Yeah, I don't think she does because she's still a kid. Unless she is just
Yeah,
in
but you
a
don't know
newer
how
one.
recently that she's been cloned, if you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
so by the end of the series, she could age up, and then you could
If
see
it's
it.
yeah, if she's an experimental like clone, she could be quite like recently. She could have been made towards the end of the Clone Wars. You never
Yeah,
know.
oh, so much could happen. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a really good concept. Which leads, I'd say, would leads us on to some of the other theories that have been going around. I kind of touched upon at the start because that wasn't my prediction, but it's something that I've read that or I've seen that I kind of want to happen, and that is that she's actually force sensitive. So this is a theory that the Kaminoans, not the Empire, because they haven't agreed a deal or anything. If anything, the Empire are trying to pull away from using clones. The Kaminoans are trying to clone full sensitive clone troopers so that the Empire can want to continue buying and using them
Mm,
instead of conscripting soldiers, which is quite a an interesting.
yeah, and it links into what we've seen already, like the Kaminoans like trying to find a way to keep the Empire on their side.
Yeah, could you imagine a clone army that were force wielding?
That's mad.
Yeah, this is where. Although just because they're experimenting with this doesn't mean that that's going to be canon. Like it doesn't mean that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Which is what the whole
It
like
would be
kind
like
of
it would be like the bloody old Republic, where it's like an army of Jedi against like an army of Sith.
be like the Mandalorian Wars kind of.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I think that is a bit far in it, like a whole army of force sensitive. Well, you never get to see it anyway, because it's by the
Yeah.
time of. But and then there's the other one, like the it could be linked to like Palpatine in
Yeah.
by the end of like the sequels, like where we see he's been cloning stuff. Maybe this is the start of him like finding like cloning stuff, like
Yeah.
with
So
Omega and stuff.
there's Palpatine. So if you've played the Battlefront, was it no Battlefront 2? Because Battlefront 1 didn't have a campaign, the newer one.
Yeah,
The Battlefront 2017 was it? Battlefront 2 game. The campaign for that showed us the end of the Empire and the start of the First Order, and it shows how after the Emperor's death, because that's right where the game begins, um, they had contingency plans, so like ways that the Empire can continue even though the Emperor's dead. Which one of them was the project? Can't remember the name of it. Project Cinder.
yeah.
Operation Cinder, where they did that thing with the lasers to that planet or whatever. Battlefront 6. It did give us some cool lore. So there is a theory going around that this could be a project. Omega could be a project leading up to a different contingency plan, of potentially cloning Palpatine if he was to die, or maybe cloning him while he's still alive to have multiple of him ruling. Who knows? But that is a possible theory that people are coming up with, because some people are saying that also her hair kind of looks like Palpatine's when he was young in the Clone Wars.
That is like specific.
I sort of noticed
Kind of
that
true though. Kind of true though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's one theory. What do you think about that?
I mean, I don't know.
Do you think
It's
think
possible. It's
do you
possible that it can be linked to Palpatine because he is just like throughout everything.
do you think it's been like a clone actually spliced with Palpatine, or do you think like
I don't
although
know.
he's saying that this is a theory that's been going around that it's something to do with Palpatine, whether they're trying to recreate him or not, but the Empire don't know about it. But also the Emperor did a lot of stuff that the Empire didn't know about, so it's
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 weird. I don't know. I mean, it's all up for. I can't. I don't want to like.
when it would take it that direction.
I don't want to say no to it, but like, it just all seems a bit too much.
Too soon as well, considering like the Republic's just ended.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's like, by the time of the sequels, he's desperate, so he's got all these clones. But when he's just taken over the galaxy, I don't think he's planning that just yet. Or maybe he is. Maybe he's just planning that far ahead. I don't know, man. I don't know,
Man, I
man.
really want the Starkiller theory to be true. It's like not even if Starkiller doesn't get canonized, just the idea that
It could even be.
cloning a Jedi or a Force user, not even a Jedi, just cloning someone that can use the Force, which obviously does happen by the sequels, which is kind of canon. It's still a grey area, but it's kind of canon because in if you don't know what we're referring to, in episode 9, the big Palpatine Rey fight. You know the arena they're in. There's like a crowd, and all of the people in the crowd are supposedly like clones, or at least like failed clones of
Yeah, I think
Palpatine.
isn't that what Snoke was? I mean, it's not too well explained, but I'm pretty sure that's what Snoke is, isn't it? Something like that.
I think in some form, yeah.
It's,
He
I
kind of
don't-
looks like it as well. It's kind of clone gone wrong, didn't he? His head.
One more thing I'll put out
Yeah.
there. It's probably not true, but like, it could be that she's been given a power that the Kaminoans know about, but the Empire doesn't, and
What do you mean?
like they're ready to use it. Like, so you know the Empire are like almost
Oh, like a weapon, like
yeah. So
a
the Empire don't want to use the clones anymore. So the Kaminoans are like, yeah, well, I don't know. It's quite far fetched. I don't know what I'm talking about, to be honest. But you never
oh,
know.
so almost like
It's their secret, not the
Vader.
Empire's.
almost like
Yeah,
their own like the Kaminoans Vader. So if they're like, okay, we don't want to use clones anymore, they're like, you're going to use clones now, otherwise
yeah.
we're
We've
gonna
got
say.
this to have on you. Yeah,
I
she
mean,
could be something like that. I mean, that's really far fetched.
I
But
think her versus the Empire isn't a thing, but maybe some sort of security mission. Like maybe if the Empire tried to, like take over the cloning facility and like they actually, rather than just using using the Kaminoans to clone things, they're like, okay, we're gonna clone them on Kamino, but not with you. Like try and wipe them out basically.
yeah,
To get them
because
out.
that's what I was feeling. Like,
Kind
the
of-
Empire could just like shut up the Kaminoans by just like killing them all. Like, it wouldn't be that hard. But then,
Yeah, she does seem like a secret to be kept from the Empire at the
yeah,
moment.
it's a weird. There's so many, but
That's one thing I've forgotten to mention. A reason that people are thinking that and that's being theorized is because I'm not sure if it's actually Nala Say herself or one of the other Kaminoans. I think it is
yeah,
Nala. Say.
yeah,
When the Bad Batch are escaping Kamino, um, she knows that Omega is on board with them, but she literally opens the door to the hangar so that they can fly out and escape.
damn, yeah.
Uh,
So maybe they are all in or something. It's
I feel like it's definitely like a
I want to find out soon because there's been a few filler episodes now. We need to get to the you need to get to the good stuff now. I mean, it was quite.
yeah.
I liked it seeing like the Rancor and all that. I thought that was quite sick. But at the same
What I
time,
like about Bad Batch is it's giving loads of like little lore.
pieces to like random people.
Yeah, so like some of the
Yeah,
random making the random
it's true.
characters, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, I want to see this big plot that it's
Yeah,
building. So at the moment, it has been a sort of like similar to the Mandalorian meme, where it's like I think Jamie said it in a previous podcast, where it's like, oh no, we've gone to this planet, but oh, we need some milk.
yeah,
Oh, milk, but you have to do this for us first, and then
yeah.
you do it.
Literally, like it's a bit all over the place.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool seeing new planets, new places, new
Yeah,
people.
I mean,
All
yeah,
that
that's it, isn't it? We shall see. Bad Batch will be coming out again next Friday. Stay tuned for that. Let us know what you think when you see it on our Instagram
series in
at
the
Star
comments.
Wars Official, Shelter Official. I've said it twice now, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
um,
the Instagram's on the screen. Let us know your theories in the comments below, and also, if you like this format with the video, with the cameras and the video, leave a comment in below letting us know because we need to tell Jamie to hurry up and get his webcam. So
exactly. Let the revolution begin. Anyway, that's it. Let us know your Omega theories. Tell us if we're wrong, but we can't really be wrong because it hasn't happened yet. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I've been Charlie, and this has
I've-
been Ben. It's a goodbye from us.
Bye.